Hello, and welcome to a very new series that we're going to have. And this is basically helpful hints, suggestions, um, how to prepare for, natural disasters, things like that. So our very first is helpful suggestions for around your house. First one is if you need to keep mice out of someplace, Irish Spring soap. If you leave Irish Spring soap out the bars, they say it will keep mice out. Apparently, they don't like the scent. So if you have an area that gets a lot of mice, you have an RV or something like that, you can leave out bars of Irish Spring soap. It has a pleasant scent, but apparently the scent drives mice away. Go figure. Have not tried this myself. Maybe one of these days I'll get around to it, but it's apparently one of those things that people say works. Next suggestion is about involving rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is kind of one of those multi-purpose things that people don't think about using for different things, but they're actually very handy. Rubbing alcohol can help, and I've got my cheat sheet. Rubbing alcohol helps remove odors, kills bed bugs, kills ants. I know that one for a fact. It does kill ants. I had made the mistake of not looking where I was going, and I was stepping off my porch, and I put my hand up on the post to make sure I didn't fall flat on my face. I've done that before. Did not even look at the post before I did. Suddenly I start feeling the stinging pain. My hand from my wrist all the way to the tip of my fingers is like covered in ants. So I'm like scraping all this stuff off. I had a bottle of alcohol that I had just purchased, still handy, so I poured it on my hand. It will get rid of the stinging. So if you get an insect bite or something like that, pour rubbing alcohol on it. It will help get rid of the sting from bites. I also poured it along the post of the porch and down onto the bed of ants, and boom, killed them. They were all dead by the next day. So yeah, and even though I had all sorts of ant bites on my hand, the fact that I covered my hand in rubbing alcohol did help it get the sting away. It helped cut down on the itching, so it didn't really itch much, and it actually helped get rid of the ant bites. So that one I know for a fact works. Repairs broken makeup. This is one I have heard people talking about before. Basically what you would do, and it's the same concept as like a moon mousse. So basically what you do is you would, pour the alcohol over the makeup, and then you would kind of like press it back into place, and it's supposed to dry back solid. Also, I have heard if you spray makeup with rubbing alcohol, like in a spray bottle, it will disinfect the makeup. This is just for powdered makeup, FYI. So you spray it on the powdered makeup, and then you leave it to dry, and once it's dry, it has been disinfected, and any germs that were on the makeup have been killed. That's what I've heard. That's what's been said. So yeah. Cleans microfiber fabrics. I've never tried this before, but I have used it to clean things, and it does work that way. So I will say that it does work. Stretches out shoes. I don't know about that one. I found it though online. They say it works. So air freshener. I can see this working. Yes, alcohol is a very strong scent, but after you get over the initial, scent, because that will evaporate, go away as it evaporates. Basically what it does is the rubbing alcohol kills the germs that are causing the smell, which leaves behind a clean, fresh scent. So eventually the stench of the alcohol, which it is a stench, does evaporate relatively quickly. I have used it before, so I will say that. Disinfects things. It does disinfect things. Melts frost on windshields. I can see this, I have I live in South Texas. We don't really get a lot of frost, but yeah, I can see that working. Um, Removes ticks. I've never tried that one. I could imagine that no insect, I've never heard of an insect that actually likes rubbing alcohol, so I can see how that one would possibly be true. Um, Removes ink stains. It does help remove stains and dirt from stuff, so, I would think that that was a possibility. I do know it helps remove blood. I used to get a lot of nosebleeds when I was a kid. So, removes grease from carpets. It's very strong, so I can see how that would work. Um, Removes the nail polish, and it does. It does remove nail polish. I learned this the hard way. Um, I was using it to clean a cut, that's what I use it. It is very good to clean cuts. I know a lot of people, they use like hydrogen peroxide and stuff like that. I don't like the feel of that, but I clean cuts all with alcohol. Um, so it does disinfect cuts, it cleans like that. And in the process of doing this, I did not realize it. I had painted nails at the time, um, and I started noticing something on the cotton that I was using, and I looked, and my nail polish was basically just being rubbed away. I was like, okay, awesome, great. So it does do that. Not only does it remove nail polish, whatever nail polish is behind, if you get alcohol on it and then it dries on the nail polish, it actually turns it, gives it what it looks like a white coat to it. So yeah, it will make the nail polish that gets left behind that isn't taken off, it will make it look funny. So it kind of gives it a film. So it's kind of weird. Stops itching and stinging. It does stop itching and stinging. I use it, like I said before about the ants, I use it to stop itching and stinging on insect bites, cuts, and stuff like that. I will also say I have lymphedema in both legs. One of the biggest issues with lymphedema is cellulitis. People get cellulitis all the time with lymphedema. Um, I wipe down every cut I get with alcohol, and I have, thankfully, knock on wood, um, never gotten cellulitis. And I've had lymphedema in both legs for well over 10 years. And I've never had to go to the hospital or anything with cellulitis. I've been very lucky and very blessed with that. So that's a suggestion. If you have a compromised immune system, clean everything. Clean everything, disinfect everything, and rubbing alcohol does a wonderful job. Um, the next thing we're moving on to is how to recycle towels. Now, towels are something that, you don't want to just throw them away, but they get old, maybe they're not as good as use, but that doesn't mean you want to get rid of them. So you can cut older towels, bigger towels, cut them down into tea towels. That's an idea. Cut them down, turn them into a bath mat. A DIY tote bag. There are actually designs online for a messenger bag made out of towels, and it actually is a really cute thing. I love it. I keep saying I'm going to make one. I haven't done it. Outdoor throw pillows. You can actually make covers for pillows to use outdoors. It's a great way to recycle your pillows, give them a little bit more life, recycle your towels. It's an awesome idea. Say you have a towel that has a hole in it and you're like, well, it has a hole in it, I can't use it for that. Yes, you can, because what you do is you turn it into a pillow cover, and then wherever the hole is, you get like a patch. You can get them in different, designs, butterflies, flowers, hearts, whatever. And a lot of them are iron-on. You can iron it on or sew it on. It's very easy. That's just a little stitching, and it's a decorative pillow, and, when it comes to like how to fasten them, Velcro. You can get Velcro that you can sew on a few pieces of Velcro, you Velcro the end closed, you're good to go. And you've just recycled the towel, so you didn't throw it away, and you've made a cute little pillow cover for your outdoor stuff. I'm telling you, it's great. Do it yourself shower caddy. Think about this. Shower caddies are always getting gross. You make it to where you can Velcro it over a hanger. You hang it on the shower rod, and then when it gets dirty, you just take all your stuff out. You take the Velcro off the hanger, and you throw the shower caddy in the washing machine. You wash it, you take it out, you put it back up. And then when that one gets bad, guess what? You make a new one out of another old towel. So it's a great thing. Reusable Swiffer pads. Okay, everyone is using the Swiffers now. Okay, the Swiffer pads aren't cheap. I mean, they're not the most expensive thing in the world, but you can do this and make the same thing and just make it to where you can just reuse it over and over again. And when it gets dirty, you toss it in the washing machine. So, and I know you can buy the reusable ones for that, but this is a way that you can make some yourself to use in addition to the ones that you've bought. So let's say both of your Swiffer pads that you've bought are dirty. Well, you've got your towel one. You just slap that one on there, throw the other ones in the washer. By the time they're done, this one's dirty. You swap them out, put everything in the back of them, and wash the other ones. So it's not a bad idea. And it's a good way to recycle. And we do need to recycle. Baby bibs. Awesome way to use a reuse of towel. You can get do-it-yourself ideas and how to cut them out. It's a baby bib. It's not like rocket science. It's go to your local craft store, go to the local Walmart to get a cheap baby bib and use it to draw out your plan for a baby bib, and just use a marker to go around it, and just I would suggest you use something that's like washable, so that way it'll wash off, and then you just do your design around it, and then you just cut them out, and you can get quite a few baby bibs out of a big towel. And then to finish the edges, you get some of the little ribbon or something at the store, and you just sew the ribbon on. Voila, done. Or you can just sew some thread around the edges. Either way. Slippers. This is a little bit more labor intensive because you're gonna need like a bottom and stuff. It's a good idea. I think something along the lines of more like slipper socks would be maybe more useful, like little slippers, that don't have a bottom, but it is a good idea, and it would be really cute, and easy to clean. Another one, watch band. Yeah, I'm not sure about the watch band. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I'm not sure if you'd want a towel attached to your watch face. It's Timex. It's a towel. I don't know about that one. Stuffed animals. Stuffed animals is an awesome idea. Let's say you have pets or children, either way. You can, get ideas at the store on how to make them. You can even probably buy little mine just went blank. Things that you can lay your towel out and mark out what you need to cut and how you need to cut it, things like that. So yeah, that word just went straight out of my head. Oh well. But yeah, you can, for something that will tell you how to cut this out and what you need to cut out and everything, and then give you suggestions on how to do it, and then you just stuff it, and I think that's a great idea. Pot holders. Pot holders is another great idea. I would suggest not doing them as a single layer. I would suggest doing them as a double layer. So cut two of the same thing, double layer them up, and then sew them around the edges, because one layer is really not going to be thick enough. I mean, unless you've got like a super thick towel, but I would still suggest making a two-layered one and tying them together, and finishing the edges off with something, so that you've got that extra layer of protection. So bath scrubber. really good idea because, you know, just cleaning that way, you know, once it gets too dirty, you can wash it, and once it gets, you know, really old, you can throw it away and you don't feel bad about it. Um, Next one, cut it up for cleansing rags. That's the same thing. So yeah, there are so many things that you can use to recycle things with, and that goes for clothes too. If there are, now I would normally suggest, if you have clothes that you're not going to use anymore, you know, donate them. um, there are plenty of, you know, shelters and things like that, where people need clothes, you know, so I would suggest that first. But if you have something that is just like totally trashed and it's not going to be good for anyone, totally cut it up into rags and reuse it. Because while it might not be good for people to wear, you can always use a cleaning rag. Seriously, always use a cleaning rag. Whether, because I mean, everyone's got to clean. You know, I mean, so always think ahead, you know. And another thing is, if you have old denim jeans that are bad, um, you can actually cut those up to patch other jeans. And you can also use those for things around the house. Blue jeans make would make really good pot holders too, because they're such thick material, that it would be good for that. So I can see making some oven mitts out of a pair of jeans that aren't wearable anymore. Just make some really cute little oven mitts. Use the waistband of the jeans to make the edge of the, where it goes around the wrist, you know, like that. That would be adorable. You know, so something like that, that's a good idea. It's not really labor intensive. You just, you know, do the design from an old oven mitt or into the denim, and then you cut out two sides, sew them together, you know, flip them outside, and, you know, put the other thing on there. So I mean, it would be a really cute thing too, you know, and a great way to recycle. And, you know, if you made them, you could sell them, you could give them as gifts. Really cute stuff. There are many ways to recycle and reuse things. So just keep that in mind, you know, lots of good ideas out there. As always, much love. Stay sweet. Bye.